Some criticize that there are only two types of news in Hong Kong. Mainlanders are living in misery, or mainlanders are making Hong Kongers live in misery. Don't believe it? Consider how mainlanders are accused of seizing hospital beds, baby formula, educational slots, and houses in Hong Kong. This leads some to believe that all of Hong Kong's problems are brought by the mainland. So, could severing ties with the mainland allow Hong Kong to thrive on its own? But how would you cut off ties? Cut off the water supply, the electricity, or maybe the food? Hong Kong has an extremely high population density with 7 million inhabitants, consuming 951 million cubic meters of fresh water per year. Of that, only 20% to 30% is collected locally through rainwater, with the remaining 70% to 80% coming from the Dong River in Guangdong Province. The Dong River originally serves as a drinking water source for more than a dozen cities in the Pearl River Delta, supporting around 400 million people. Yet, Hong Kong is allocated more than 10% of this water, resulting in a per capita daily water usage that far exceeds the global average. This is simply the mainland's overindulgence towards Hong Kong. Other cities can only look on with envy and jealousy. Moreover, 80% of Hong Kong's electricity comes from the mainland, with a significant proportion generated by the Daya Bay nuclear power plant in Shenzhen, primarily to power Hong Kong. And as a culinary paradise, Hong Kong has a high demand for vegetables with stringent quality standards, ensuring that over 7 million people have access to safe, high-quality, abundant, and price-stable fresh vegetables is largely attributable to the mainland's efforts. Of course, cutting off water or electricity will never happen. Can the deep kinship between Hong Kong and the mainland be so easily severed? These facts simply illustrate from one perspective that Hong Kong has always maintained close ties with the mainland and has continually benefited from this relationship. On a macro level, the prosperity and development of Hong Kong's economy have always benefited from the relationship between the mainland and the rest of the world. In modern history, there was a period when the mainland closed off its borders. And during this time, Hong Kong, leveraging its position adjacent to the mainland and through transshipment trade, transformed from a small fishing village into a major commercial hub. In the 1960s and 70s, when the mainland wasn't economically focused, Hong Kong still served as a bridge between the mainland and the world, quickly becoming one of the 4 Asian tigers. Since the 1980s, with the mainland's reform and opening up, most of Hong Kong's manufacturing industry moved inland, allowing the city to transition elegantly from manufacturing to a service-oriented economy, an economic miracle that even developed countries envy. However, this economic miracle, built on trade transshipment and the service industry, has a relatively simple model. Issues such as a highly service-oriented and virtualized economy, a strong dependence on the real estate sector, and slow industrial upgrading have all weakened the driving force behind the sustainable development of Hong Kong's economy. Meanwhile, the mainland has undergone sweeping reforms, leading to dramatic changes in social life and propelling its economy onto the fast track. In 1997, Hong Kong's GDP was about 19% of the mainland's, but in 2015, it had fallen to less than 3%. Hong Kong has fallen behind many of the mainland's first-tier cities. In terms of population, production capacity, and potential, Hong Kong is no longer in the same weight class as several major cities on the mainland. Moreover, in finance, the mainland has powerhouses like Shanghai and Shenzhen. In port trade, it boasts Guangzhou, Ningbo, and Tianjin Port. In summary, with the overall rise of the mainland's economy, the industrial division of labor between the mainland and Hong Kong has shifted, diminishing Hong Kong's traditional competitive advantages and its role as a middleman connecting the mainland to the world. Without new economic growth points and the support of the real economy, even if Hong Kong had not returned to China, it would inevitably have become a satellite city of Shenzhen. Frankly, it is precisely because of its return to the motherland, with the protection, support, and backing from the mainland, that Hong Kong has been able to avoid the fate of being constantly marginalized. In 1998, the Asian financial crisis struck like a bolt from the blue. During these difficult times, the Special Administrative Region government sought advice from the central government. What should we do? The central government replied, do this, and this, and this. The central government proposed the policy of no devaluation of the RMB and backed it with its foreign exchange reserves, enabling the Special Administrative Region government to confidently intervene in the market. Subsequently, Hong Kong experienced the bursting of 2001 dot-com bubble, the 2003 SARS epidemic, the 2008 financial crisis, and the 2011 European debt crisis, all of which, to varying degrees, triggered declines in the import and export trade, finance, and real estate sectors, significantly weakening the economy. However, it was precisely the cooperation and joint development efforts within the big family of Hong Kong and various mainland cities that enable a variety of countermeasures. For Hong Kong's economy, it was not just Hong Kongers who were concerned. The mainland has been sparing no effort in helping Hong Kong. For example, supporting third parties to handle RMB trade and investment settlements through Hong Kong, opening the Shenzhen Hong Kong Stock Connect and the Shanghai Hong Kong Stock Connect. These policy gift packages have been vital in maintaining the status of Hong Kong as a financial center. Moreover, the contribution of mainland tourists to Hong Kong's tourism industry over the past 20 years and more is an indispensable support for Hong Kong's economy. In summary, Hong Kong is an integral part of China, being a crucial component of China's economy and an essential link in the chain of people's livelihoods. For Hong Kong to continue its prosperous development, it must integrate itself more deeply into the overall development process of China and find its new role. For instance, by adjusting its industrial structure and leveraging its strengths in finance, services, institutional frameworks, and internationalization, Hong Kong can actively participate in the broader strategy of the Belt and Road Initiative. Hong Kong, let's move forward together.